All right. Now we're still talking about the present simple tense. This is the second video of this tense. All right. It might take a few videos because we have a little bit long way to go. Okay. And we're actually going to talk about structures. We're going to do some questions and check about, how we can recognize, we can actually get to be able to recognize some of, the tenses as far as the simple present tense is concerned. So we have some time and I would really love to get your patience. So in this video, we are going to talk about the structure of the present simple tense. And most English sentences have a simple basic structure. Very simple. You start with the subject. The subject is the thing or the person who does something. And in these forms of sentences, we always call these kind of sentences like active sentences because the subject is at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, the thing, the person, or the animal who does something or goes somewhere or actually an action happens. And then after the subject, we've got a verb. The verb is an action word. An action word is something that, or is a word that tells us about, about the real thing that is happening there, the action in the sentence. All right. And after the verb, depending on the tense, the verb might change. All right. After the verb, we have the object. The object is the thing that is in relation with the object. With the subject. All right. So let me say, for example, if I say, I go home. So I is me, the person. Go is the verb. Home is my object. All right. So the relationship between home and I, okay, is actually me going home. It's actually shown by the verb in between the subject and the object. So I go home. All right. So when it comes to the simple present tense, we have a rule. And the subjects are, for example, when you've got I, when you've got you at the beginning for a subject, when you've got we and they, then the verb in the middle or the action verb or the action word does not change. It remains the way it is. So I work. You go. We do. They sleep. So all these words, they just stay the same. All right. These are the action verbs: sleep, go, work, and do. All right. And we can put an object afterwards. But let's say, for example, you've got a different pronouns at the beginning or subjects where we have he, she. So if you have he, your verb or your action word is going to change by taking a form of S. Now, the form of S could come in the form of S itself, ES, or it could come in the form of IES, depending on the ending of that particular action verb, or depending on the ending of the verb. Okay? So let's have an example of the he, she, it. Using the words that we